happening?
What's happening? I'm over here saying what's happening like
What's
you.
happening? Hey.
What's up with y'all? It's your boy West Coast.
Switch it. So
I see now. Hold on. What's up? What's
happening? We in the building with it, man.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy West Coast. How's everybody doing?
Yes,
We
sir.
live in the building. We are live at the Airbnb. Getting ready to go down here to the draft. Before we go to the draft, I gotta go switch out a tire. But we wanted to get out because if you was watching the show, then you would have seen last night we had a blowout on the side of the road. So this morning we're gonna get up and go take care of that. But before we do that, wanted to give you guys some content, you know what I'm saying, for the nation.
Yes,
and
sir.
just talk about what we expecting to see today, you know what I'm saying? But hey, you guys already know what it is. Whenever I'm live, whenever we live, we always got the three amigos of cowboy content in here. So hey man, we here and say man, we live in the building, man. I got HTM right here. I got Landlord right here. We gonna do a couple switches around every now and then, just so we can make sure everybody gets good camera time and everything. But yo, man, we live in the building, man, in motherfucking Kansas City, man. So
KC takeover, baby. Let's get it.
Already ate some good barbecue down here too, man. So hey.
Yes, sir. We getting real nefarious.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, I ain't got no hat on, but guess what? I got two hats beside me. Got Run the Damn Ball hat, and then you got this mug right here, man.
I ain't even showing.
Hey, you gotta get closer to that.
You gotta put it in the camera, man. Put it in the camera.
About that Landlord Sports, baby.
Hey, I was halfway asleep when he walked in this morning. I said, what is that?
Yes, that merch coming soon, you know, sack, pick, fumble, you know. Somebody threatened me and said they're going to take it if I don't get the merch done, so, you know.
I'm trying to get it closer so we can see each other. But yo, man, hey, the draft is here. We are here like we promised y'all that we was going to be here. And then guess what? Let's go ahead and jump into it. I think if we scoot a little bit just more to the center, there we go. Let you scoot a little bit more so that we can. The main camera, we got to make sure it's that one.
You ain't that but 100 pounds, so you don't need that much.
There we go.
Hey, I'm 215.
Hey, how many content creators can fit on the couch? Well, 3. How many content creators does it take to change a tire?
3.
There you go.
We got some good trivia.
There go the answer.
Hey, while y'all playing, maybe about 5 years from now, I'm going to ask that question. That's going to be some Cowboys trivia.
Absolutely. So, yo, man, talking about some Cowboys trivia, I want to know right now, when was the last time the Dallas Cowboys drafted a tight end in the first round? Because I'm going to tell y'all this right now. It's a lot of people out there right now that thinking that the Dallas Cowboys are about to make some history tonight when they draft possibly a tight end in the first round. I want to know, man, what are y'all thoughts on drafting a tight end in the first round? Whoever want to talk, we just switch real quick.
We already know what Hen doing. He going to prison.
Hey, not only am I going to prison, but you know, like it might be some serious charges. So I need y'all to pray for me, and I need y'all to send bail money. Like don't send it to my cash app because I can't use it where I'm gonna be at. But send it to one of them. They'll make sure I get out.
Facts.
But to answer that question, the last time the Dallas Cowboys took a tight end in the first round was 1997. You know, the world done changed 100 times over since then. And do I think the Dallas Cowboys will make the mistake? Because it would be a big ass mistake to take a tight end with a first round pick. I hope not.
Yeah.
You know, even the guys that people point to, like, what's the boy from Atlanta?
Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts. Like, that man got more career snaps at wide receiver than he do tight end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He has almost 3-1. Almost 3-1.
Yeah.
So, I don't necessarily think that's a smart thing to do. Especially when there's better options. If you want a weapon, get Jameer Gibbs. You want a weapon, get a Zay Flowers or a Jordan Addison. Because there's a very good chance one of those guys could fall.
Yeah, see, my stance on it, man, I ain't got to switch. I'm good. They good. But look, the thing about it is, with me, I feel like if you take tight end, it kind of just mess up the whole arrangement of the draft. Because now, where you going to get you tackle and defensive tackle are already thin. You know what I'm saying? Guard, tackle, all that's thin. So if you take a tight end in the first round, you really testing the waters. And that's just not smart to do. So that'll really mess up everything. Gonna put you in a real compromising situation. Hopefully the Cowboys smarter than that, you know what I'm saying? Unless they got some guys that's at the bottom of these rounds that they really believe in. So that's the only way we can compromise if we get a tight end.
I feel like the tight end position has been so drafted and mocked to the Dallas Cowboys that if it actually does happen, I feel like there's a spy in the network because, bruh, it like you shouldn't. There should be some degree of secrecy to the draft, right? And if there is no degree of secrecy, then they're just putting this information out there. Like I'm curious on the Cowboys' way of doing things, right? As far as that, but I feel like a part of me feel like this tight end is a lot of this is not necessarily a smoke screen, but I just don't see the Cowboys drafting no tight end in the first round. Especially with what they did with Dalton Schultz. You know what I'm saying? Basically showed that there was no value in him. That's why they didn't bring him back. And they really didn't show it in him. They showed it in the actual position. You know what I'm saying? So then for them to come back and then value the position so strongly that they put a first round pick on it, I just don't see that being possible. I don't see that being something. I don't see that something that even makes sense. I feel like the Cowboys would be really going in two different directions if they did a tight end. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, my key ingredient is this: that the tight end position as a whole should be diminishing. Like we shouldn't be focusing, if I can see if we were the 49ers or I can see if we were the Kansas City and we just lost Kittle or Kelsey, you know what I'm saying? Then yeah, you got to go in and you got to replace that aspect of your offense. But let's just be real. We don't use our tight end like those guys. So it doesn't make sense for us to have the importance of those guys like they do with those guys. Like, we're not trying to replace the best tight end in football. We're trying to replace Dalton Schultz.
My biggest question would be like, if you do go tight end, where you going second round? Like,
I mean,
quarterback.
That's just crazy.
And listen, you said tight end and quarterback, and you have not even addressed your 28th ranked offensive line. Like your line was right.
Your chat is turned off.
My chat is turned off. I'll figure it out in a second. So yeah, man. So like your offensive line was ranked 28 in pass protection, meaning like they were getting pressure on your quarterback. They were sacking them, making disruption. Like you were at the bottom of trying to keep your quarterback upright. So why would you go get a tight end, then back door get like a quarterback or a wide receiver or something like that when you can't even protect your quarterback? Really?
If y'all been doing these mock drafts 50, 11 times like me, y'all know it puts you in a tight spot when you start playing with those positions. Cause it's very thin at some of them, especially to me, cause some people got different preferences. To me, if you don't get an O-line before the second round, really, you know what I'm saying? How much is he gonna improve your team? My phone might go dead.
I got a charger. I'm tripping.
You got a charger?
Yes, I'm tripping, bro.
Yeah. But at that point, how impactful do you think this player gonna be? You know what I'm saying? If you get him from the 3rd, 4th round or something. Yeah, it is.
So yeah, we were talking about we just need
this one right here, but
you have to move it around just a little bit.
I just pick my shit up.
Yeah. When you just thinking about, the overall value, there are tackles in the first round that you get in any other round. Like there's first round tackles that are premium card. First round guard that are premium product you can't get any other time.
My phone about to die,
so that you can get a tight end later. Like the guy that just came in there had 800 yards for you a couple just a year removed. Dalton Schultz was 4th round pick. The guy that y'all love, Travis Kelce was showing the boy love. Jake Ferguson was a 4th round pick. Yeah. Jason Witten was a 3rd round pick. So when you just consider where all these great tight ends are being found, it's not the 1st round. Yeah. Like the only guy you can even look at is Dallas Goedert, and he was a 2nd round pick. It's still not a 1st. So there are other premier positions you can get in the 1st that you can't get later on in the draft that you would rather take a swing on.
Hey, shout out to I see you, Boss Cowboy, in the comment. Shout out to I see you, my boy.
Salute to that boy.
I think I saw Law Nation out there too, man. Hey, content creators supporting other content creators in 2023 is a new
What's happening?
I mean, that's the new thing we doing.
Y'all know how I move, man. I support everybody, man. I appreciate all the love and support, man.
But yo, let's go ahead and talk about we've been talking about a bunch of stuff that we I'm gonna tell you this right now. I think right now, if I had to say what position would be a safe position, or not even a position that I think would what would be a boring for the Cowboys?
normal old lineman.
Exactly. That's exactly where I was going.
It'll be honestly, it'll be boring.
He says. So tonight the draft starts at 7 p.m. out here. So we'll be. I'm going down to the draft. I gotta go switch out this car in a little bit. So we'll be going down there to switch out the car. But we'll be live about like 6 o'clock, about an hour.
But it's like for the Dallas Cowboys to use this draft to try to get a leg up on the San Francisco 49ers. You already can't beat them. They sent you home 2 years consecutively in the postseason, and they got better. They went and got Hargrave, who was an all-pro defensive tackle, just smacked them in the middle of their defense. So, you need to be trying to protect your quarterback, right? Like I said, you were 28th in pass protection. You need to be trying to improve your ability to run the ball against the 49ers, because even though they're a very, very stout run defense, when they do give up rushing yards, they usually lose. You look this year when they gave up over 100 yards, they only won one game. So that's how you beat the 49ers. You protect the quarterback, you run the ball against them.
You got a gut punch them.
Yeah.
Just like they want a gut punch you got a gut punch them.
Yeah. You got to bully the bully. They want to run the ball.
And it sounds like you have to be you got to be physical, and you got to be pretty good at what you do.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I say if you're gonna go defensive line, you need to do it in the first 2 rounds.
And this why
he got to be impactful. At least you got to pray he be impactful.
And this is why I don't want a quarterback before the 5th. Like
he ain't gonna play.
He ain't gonna play, and you're getting starters that late. Tony Pollard, a 4th round pick. Dak Prescott, your Pro Bowl quarterback, was a 4th round pick. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look on the other side of the ball, DeRon Bland was a 5th round pick. So you're getting all these great contributors to your team in these later rounds that you draft so well. So I don't want to use any kind of pick like that for a guy that's going to probably be the backup to the backup, because you can't guarantee you're going to come in and beat out Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
That's a good point. But I mean, the reason why I bring up, like, we always want to bring up the quarterback position, why? Because it moves right now, to get those types of deals and those things taken care of. But I think the Cowboys, to a degree, a part of them are going to try to come into this draft and try to draft players that they can use to create create leverage on current players. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think that the Cowboys will. I mean, like, you know what? Like, from a organizational standpoint, it makes sense to draft a quarterback at some point. You're gonna have to draft a quarterback at some point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because we already know that the Cowboys, like, I feel like this. I feel I have a better chance of drafting a quarterback and him being halfway decent than the Dallas Cowboys working out a respectable deal with Dak Prescott. I have more faith in the draft pick than I do in the Cowboys' ability to get a contract.
I said, in my opinion, man, if I wouldn't like them to draft nothing future before the 4th round. The first 3 rounds, we need them to be impactful if possible. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. Like, think about future in the 4th. You know what I'm saying? We too close, man. I don't want to waste valuable picks just because of Stephen Jones trying to worry about his money later on. We trying to get the best team on the field, though.
But see, that's why I be trying to say, though, my biggest thing with the draft, honestly, though, is if you're going into the draft to try to fix your team, you failed in free agency anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the draft is babies, bruh. They're babies. You know what I'm saying? Like, how we can't be expecting, like, that's what I'm saying. We can't, if this ain't eyes will fix my life. You can't go, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, this ain't the NFL, you know what I'm saying? I put you like this, the best drafting team in this year's draft, those players will not be the reason why they win the Super Bowl, but at the same time, they won't be the reason why you won't win the Super Bowl either. Like, you know what I mean? Like rookies are never the reason why you win the Super Bowl, but they're also never the reason why you don't win. You know what I'm saying? It always comes down to veterans. It always comes down to, the Dallas, not even the Dallas Cowboys, but just these other teams. Like Kansas City.
I think we handled that role, though. I think we did good in that area, though.
With free agency?
Yeah.
I mean, I think we did good, but at the same time, this is the thing, right? Like, what do we have to compare it against? Because we never did it. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
But look, when you think,
I ain't trying to piss in nobody's oatmeal, but
when you think like that,
what do we got to compare it against?
You know how we do. You supposed to act like you ain't never had nothing and be happy.
I know, but I'm saying, like,
show it off. Yeah, we got Stephon Gilmore.
I'm gonna say this, on paper, it looks like we went crazy.
Hey,
we got Stephon Gilmore, Brandon Cooks, this, that, and the third. But I gotta see the finished product. I feel real good about it, but I just gotta see them put it together.
Yeah, it's like them Jordans, man. It's like them Jordans you said that boy stole from you, man. After you got the Jordans back, you look at it like on paper, like, what am I supposed to do with these,
I
man?
don't know what I'm supposed to do with that.
You know what I'm saying?
They beat. But I think we're in a good situation, though.
I do.
Because look, like you said, we really don't have to worry about receiver, really. Not this year. Really, truly.
Wait, time out. Let's go back. Because somebody just said we ain't got to worry about receiver. Everybody's been saying we drafted a receiver.
We
What
can.
you mean we don't have to worry about no receiver?
My stance on receivers, I'm always on a receiver. And I feel like I don't have much. I like Michael Gallup, but I don't have a whole lot of him returning to who he was. The Michael Gallup I know and love. I don't know how promising that is for him. And I don't want to count on it. That's my thing. I don't want to risk or experiment with nothing this year. We too good. We too close. We need to go and be assertive. You know what I'm saying? Go do something. And then this right here is alarming to me, y'all. How is the Eagles at number 10 and they still talking about going up? You ain't see that? They said they making calls talking about they going up. So if the Eagles is at 10 talking about going up, y'all best to be thinking about going up.
They might be talking about that second pick though. They were talking because they got 2 picks, don't they?
They got the number 10 overall pick and they got the 30th pick.
It's still the same theory though. Y'all got 2 picks in the first. Y'all still trying to go up.
I mean, if you're pick 30, I can understand coming because pick 30 is for sure. That's like if they're pick 30, because basically what you're doing from pick 25 back is you're giving a second round prospect a first round pick grade. Because let's just be real, the Cowboys said themselves they only had 18 grades
at the most. So they said 18 to 18.
Let us say they had 18. They had 18. So this is how it works in the NFL draft, right? Even though there are going to be 32 people picked in the first round, that doesn't necessarily mean that there are actually 32 kids that people feel are actual first round picks.
Actual first round graded players.
Like that means they have first round pick talent. You know
Okay, so look, let me see. What position? So we ain't got to say what player in particular. I want the chat to participate in this too. At what position would y'all be comfortable with compromising on? Because think about it.
Compromising what?
You might have to just get one of your highest graded second round picks. That might be your best bet. So which position would you compromise on? Worst thing that could happen.
You can't do that with Cowboy fans either because we don't understand it. If say you that's really a second round grade, Cowboy fans either because we don't understand it. If say you that's really a second round grade, that means the fan base has to understand that he's probably not going to be good first year, and the fan base ain't gonna understand that.
We didn't understand it with Tristan Hill, and that was our
exactly.
Pick.
And
we was at Tristan top.
I'm gonna tell you what was wrong with Tristan Hill. They labeled him our first round pick. He was not a first round pick. He was a second round pick.
Yeah.
If we would have had a first round pick that year, everybody would have been fine with Tristan Hill.
Yeah,
I don't know about that. Some of the players they passed up on to get Tristan Hill, like Thornhill, all these different guys. I don't know if that's.
Yeah, but that was a Rob Marinelli. Rob Marinelli sold them on Tristan.
I think Tristan just got caught in the changing of the regime, and people then wasn't as fun. He didn't do it in Dallas though. You know what I'm saying? Where is he now?
I don't know. I thought he was good enough.
Arizona. I think.
He went to Arizona.
Last time I checked, he was in Arizona. I don't know if he's still.
I think
he reserved. Washington starting.
At the beginning of the year, it seemed like we had a possibility. But now, every mock draft I done did for like the last probably week or two, Bijan's always gone. So it's probably not even realistic to think about Bijan. So at that point, to me, I'm Bama biased. So I wouldn't be mad to walk away with Gibbs. I know the player he is. You know what I'm saying? And he's a good player, y'all. Yeah, I know he's a running back, but hey, I think I'd be happy to walk away with a player like that.
I think Bijan's going to Philadelphia Eagles, bro.
He might go to him at 10.
They say Philly, and they also say Atlanta has a good chance of taking on number 8. It just depends on what Atlanta feels like they need.
That'll be the best case scenario.
I think Atlanta need to take a quarterback. Man.
I was just gonna say that too. Atlanta doesn't need to experiment with. They don't need to do that again because they already did Kyle Pitts at 4. Then you're gonna do a running back at 8. That's expensive running. That's an expensive offense with no quarterback.
One thing about it though, this real quick. One thing about it, when it comes to teams committing to quarterbacks, if that ain't their guy, they won't do it.
Right.
Like they will not do it. They'll be like, man, screw that. I'm not finna dedicate no this much capital to a guy I don't believe in. So if they don't see that quarterback, they won't draft him.
I feel that, but I also think though, man, with who they have on the roster and Riddler, like I think that would be a good spot for a guy like Hendon Hooker to land. You know, like he's
that high.
That high. Listen, if Hendon Hooker was completely healthy, I think he would have been the second quarterback.
He should.
Well, it depends. Do you think that the coach will take him at 3?
I think they said
Bro,
the coach like Levis.
Listen to me. I'm gonna tell you this right here.
Coach got top 5 people.
Listen to me.
I'm saying they like that boy Levis or something.
But listen, I'm gonna tell y'all this right here. Not even talking about our draft, but from a position standpoint, bro, I would love for like 4 quarterbacks to get drafted in the first round. Because you know how many good players will get pushed back to us.
That mean O-line dropping.
Bro,
everything dropping.
Yeah, but think about this. The first 2 are in the comment box right now. Who picked
Bryce Young, that's the Panthers. Then you got
Stroud, Houston Texans.
The Texans, it's Panthers, Texans. Then who else?
Probably Will Levi.
Indianapolis is in there. They need a quarterback.
It's either gonna be Will Levi or the boy from Florida.
I mean, if we could listen to me, if we could get 4 quarterbacks picked before we pick, that would be dope, bro. Because at pick 26, there's gonna be some stuff there, bro. There's gonna be some stuff.
If Hendon Hooker slide,
if
he slides, somebody really might be
for because quarterback's gonna push. That means offensive line gonna be there, wide receivers gonna be there.
You could get 5 drafted.
The more the quarterbacks, the better. To be honest with you, the more the quarterbacks, the better. More quarterbacks that get drafted, the better. Because that means all those players are gonna get pushed back. That also means that your pick 26 is gonna be worth even more.
I wouldn't be mad if BJ.
So Cardinals, Houston, Arizona, Colts. Cardinals need a quarterback. Houston needs a quarterback. Arizona got a quarterback, and Colts. So that's 3 quarterbacks that could theoretically be drafted in the first 4 rounds.
Yeah, we looking pretty good.
How long term they might be looking for that.
I mean, if I can get 4 quarterbacks drafted for us, that'd be dope. Because that means a guy like Osiris would be about this. Because that means at 10, the Eagles would have some crazy stuff there too, though.
I know. And listen, they might have a pick a quick.
They at 10, bro. We just gotta hope.
They don't need another
we just gotta hope that the Eagles fumble this bag.
They weren't happy with Quiz Watkins.
We just gotta hope the Eagles fumble this bag. That's probably we need another what that boy name was, Jalen Rager or somebody. We need them to fumble this bag. That's what we need.
We definitely need them to.
We need them to screw this up. What's his name? What the other guy was? The dude out the commercial. It was a few years ago. You remember they were saving the people catching babies. And like Rager, he said it was in Philly. There was a few years back. Yeah, there was a few years back. That just was hilarious. Yeah. But yeah, see, we need them to draft somebody like that. Like I feel like they could, bro. They known to mess up a draft. They been getting it right lately though, with Devontae Smith and stuff.
Yep. Hey, Thomas, he says, Cowboys, shout out. It says, drafting isn't your issue, coaching is. Yeah, that was a crazy statement that Jerry Jones said. I think Jerry Jones was on that ooh-wee and it just slipped out. And I'm actually what I honestly think Jerry Jones was talking about was, I really think that he was talking about position coaches. I don't think he was actually talking about the head coach.
I think he was talking about Kellen Moore.
I think he was thinking, because you got to think, when you're talking about rookies, head coaches don't deal with rookies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you're a rookie, bro, you're not talking to the head coach.
Yeah.
Unless he's firing your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like you're talking to your position coach. And think about this: the Cowboys have switched position coaches a grip of time, bro.
Yeah.
Like CD's probably had 2 different wide receiving coaches. He's had 3 now.
But I don't think
he's had 3.
I really don't think you got to look into it too much though, because he fired a coach. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like
it was just weird saying to be beside Mike McCarthy.
And then he kind of nudged him.
Yeah. You caught that slug?
Yeah. He kind of nudged him after he said it. Yeah. But
Jerry. The problem is Jerry ain't no racist. Jerry ain't no nothing. Jerry just a like if you from the HOOOD, you understand.
When I get that gas station wine, you know, I knew what time it was. He got smile like Rose.
We'll be announcing the winner of the raffle tonight. When I get to the draft, I will be announcing the winner of the raffle tonight. It was already pretty much done in the box. Go ahead and throw them in. We got 136, 450. We got a little bit under 200 people watching today, man. So, man, that's dope, man. And don't forget, you guys, tonight, turn your notifications on. There's going to be tons of people that are going to be doing draft shows. And I'm going to tell you this right now. The draft is boring, bruh. I'm going to be honest with you. It's boring. It is boring. It is boring, bruh. There's no action. And guess what? 25 picks you don't give a damn about. The only pick we care about is pick one. Because, oh my God, who's going to go pick one? Then other than that, you don't care. You're going to go to the bathroom. You're going to call your homeboy up. You're going to get in an argument with your baby mama. You're going to yell at your gal. You're going to cuss out your kids. You're going to do a bunch of whole stuff until the all night, giving y'all content. You know, as the first pick go out, we will tune in, put comments in the comment. More importantly, that you guys turn your notifications on.
Facts.
What's the most important position we need to go after? Shoot, every position except for I don't know. Listen to me. There are, as of right now, there's no. I don't think there's no single-handedly position that's more important than all, because even if you don't draft a guard, I know some stuff that you can do with the current guys right now that you'd be pretty good at the guard position. You can literally just put Tyler Smith at guard and boom, you're fine.
Right.
I wouldn't even be considering drafting a guard at all.
And when you're talking about just what the Dallas Cowboys need, if you talk about statistics, you know, like they couldn't really pass block last year. You want to improve that. They really couldn't stop the run. So, you know, you're just talking about getting positions that can fill those needs. And, you know, you're talking interior line and interior defense line. So, you know, like, that is what I would want to try and go out there and beat it. But, you know, anything else is icing on the cake. But that was,
Tackle is a main concern.
I think it's a big enough problem, man. Maybe like 58 or 90.
Or you just add another
Every year.
I took a bet on him, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying,
What was his projected? He wasn't a projected.
Yeah.
I don't want a small defensive tackle.
real capital towards one. Because if not, he gonna be a dude that never does nothing. More than likely. Or into 4 years.
I need a Quentin Mohammed.
Yeah, he gonna be a 4-year guy.
I need a Quentin Mohammed.
Mozzie Smith is there probably in 58. Siaki Ika is there probably in 58.
Yeah.
Keanu Benton is there probably in 58. So
Yeah, I'll take them guys.
One takes there.
How big is these dudes? They ain't 350. I don't want. They ain't 350. I don't want them.
Hey, they run stoppers, and they're bigger than the guys we got.
We need some trash cans full of dirt.
If they ain't 350, I don't want them.
Hey, now, ask Terry Cole. If they can't play, it doesn't matter.
If you're sorry.
If he ain't 350, I don't want him. Well, I don't listen. You tell me the Cowboys can only find little D tackles that know how to stop the run.
Nah, I ain't saying find them.
What the hell?
Hey,
man,
listen. We're going from one extreme to the other. You got guys like 280 on your team there.
That's why I said if they ain't 350, I don't want them.
Hey, can we be in the middle? Can they be 320 and can play? Can they be like 320, 330 can play? Because it's
300.
330, I'll take 330.
We can say 330, 320.
I'll take 330. I mean, guards are like 3-something, bro. That math don't even sound right. You a 290-pound defensive tackle assigned to stop a 320-pound guard. That math don't even make no sense, huh?
Our DT's got abs, boy. You know them boys.
Listen to me. I don't need a DT with abs. I need a DT with a keg.
They need some cornbread.
Yeah, I need a DT with a keg, bro. A whole 24-pack. You know what I'm saying? My DT don't need. Listen to me. My DT don't need to look in shape. He just need to be big than a motherfucker. Like he really need to look in shape.
He need 2 chins, a beer belly.
Yeah, like just stand like this. You know what I'm saying?
Just had a plate.
Like I want my DT to feel more comfortable in flip flops. See what I'm saying? Like I feel more comfortable in flip flops than I do shoes. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got my feet swell up. My feet swell up. You know what I mean? Like we listen to me. I'm gonna tell you another position too that's slowly about to get on my is not draftable list is defensive end. Now, a lot of people are going to say, West Coast, what do you mean? You can't draft a defensive end. Who doesn't want to? Listen to me. The Cowboys, we had 50-something sacks last year, and we still won the exact same amount of games we won the year before.
We can draft one of them next year.
I love D-tackle, but listen to me. You didn't want to trade Dorrance Armstrong when I told y'all. You got Dorrance Armstrong. I don't need another dude. Fowler, I forgot about him. Bro, you got Tack McKinley.
You re-sign Fowler. Like, I'm good.
You got Tack McKinley. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, bro, I'm like, I can't. Defensive end right now is damn near undraftable for me.
Yeah. You said who we're gonna break our next interview. Man, anybody
Anybody
that's talk to us.
Anybody that's over 6'2" with a big ass. Listen to me. We almost interviewed a dude in Denny's last night. Thought he was a D tackle. He wasn't. He was 40 years old, but he looked like he used to be a D tackle.
Boy, he looked like Vita Vea.
He did, for real. He says somehow we need to find a fullback. Seriously, listen to me. Listen, if you're gonna run the ball, you do need a fullback, but I'm not gonna draft a fullback. I believe in creating fullbacks. I believe that you can go get a linebacker, and I specifically say a linebacker because I don't want my fullback blocking. Like if I want my fullback to hit.
Mm-hmm. Go out there fold something.
Yeah, I don't want a linebacker that's talking about he want to run the ball on the one and get a touchdown. No. I want a fullback that wants to just knock motherfuckers out all day.
Speaking of creating a position, I did do something controversial on my draft. I drafted a kicker in the 7th.
Okay.
But look though.
Yeah, but you probably got the best kicker in the draft.
Look though, yes. And then what's so crazy, I was thinking like, how long are we gonna freelance this kicker situation? We've been on the streets for years now. You know what I'm saying?
Kicker in the 7th is not. Listen to me. Kicker, you lost a playoff game last year by 6.
Yeah.
You also in that same playoff, you had a kicker that missed 5 extra points in 2 games.
That's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points. If you draft a kicker in the 6th or the 7th, you're probably getting the best kicker in the draft, and
he was one of the best ones. So
I would honestly think that would be a really good to draft a kicker in 7. That would almost make sense because I would think that he would have a higher stock than anybody else available in the 7th.
Yeah, because a lot of people want to do the undrafted free agent type.
If you draft a quarterback in the 7th, he's not making a team.
He's Ben DiNucci.
Exactly.
That's who he is.
You're literally drafting a kid just so he can get paid. You know what I'm saying?
To go to the XFL.
Exactly. You're drafting a dude just so you can go to the XFL. I would rather you go get a kicker or like this is my thing. If you're gonna draft a quarterback, my sweep round is 4th or 5th round.
5th round is the best. Fourth a little too steep.
Okay, 5th round. Okay, so we'll say 5th round. You draft a quarterback in the 7th round, he's not. You're not really being serious. You're not going to tell me you're going to draft a quarterback in the 7th round. It's going to be a quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys.
You really just want to put some pressure on Cooper Rush. That's what I'm looking at. Like I want somebody to be able to beat him out or give him some real competition. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen a lot of people like the DTR kid, the quarterback. What he out of?
Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
Yeah, where he from? UCLA. Yeah, they like that kid, but you'll probably have to get him in the 4th one.
No, hell no. He got low round grade too.
He lower than Clayton Tune? Because I seen Clayton Tune in the 5th.
Yeah, he about in the same. Listen, a lot of guys that really fit.
If he in the 6th, that means he might not get drafted.
A lot of guys in the archetype of what we really want, an athletic quarterback that can do the stuff that Dak does, RPO.
They're
gonna go and draft.
They're low on the list. Lee Cunningham, they played in Louisville. Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Even the boy Hall from BYU. He doesn't have a high grade. So you just want to get somebody athletic.
In the Dak Prescott mold.
And you ain't got to change the offense, because you took a lot of stuff out when Cooper Rush was in there. You didn't run the naked bootleg, you didn't run the RPO, the quarterback runs, anything like that. So if you want to get younger, if you want to stay athletic, maybe even have a goal line package with one of these quarterbacks, there's plenty that will be out there in the later rounds, and they actually fit your offense.
Queso said Chip Kelly hurt DTR draft stock. Chip Kelly will do that to you too. He still got that Eagles stank on.
Hey, I'll tell y'all about Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly is a phenomenal offensive coordinator, but he sucks as a head coach.
He was phenomenal for Dallas and when he was in Philly. I'll say that because that was the quickest 3 and outs ever with Chip Kelly. He doing all that hurrying up to get out the field.
The quickest 3 and outs ever.
It was.
Cooking on the opera. And I'm gonna tell you one thing about the college is like college football is a do whatever you got to do to win situation. Whereas in the NFL, that's why a lot of those option quarterbacks, those running quarterbacks, don't get opportunities in the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why I believe that like a lot of these running quarterbacks, they're gonna be available because they don't comp what you're trying to compete in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's why, like, honestly, like, unless your kid is like Lamar Jackson, it's almost like you almost got to build your kid to be a pro style quarterback, because even if he is a great athletic quarterback, the NFL is less inclined to give him an opportunity.
And
go ahead.
I was gonna say, throw this out there real quick. You're going up against a different caliber athlete. Like I don't know, a lot of people don't realize this. Big Roethlisberger had an 80-yard touchdown run in college. You know that you can't come that type of stuff to the NFL. Like when you get to the NFL, a lot of you guys aren't really athletes. Like you're an average athlete in the NFL. You might have been like a super athlete in college.
The people who didn't watch Bryce, that's one thing I'm concerned about him. That when now that y'all bring that up, that's a constant battle with him. He's such a good thrower, and he's so capable of a runner that he just be like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes he probably should run and he hold the ball and throw. It'd be kind of a battle with him. Like you could tell he's been coached to the point where like, bro, don't run for real. Know what I'm saying? Because it'll be a wide open lane, and he's fast and elusive. He basically like a Russell Wilson while he's running. Mm-hmm. And he don't run. Like he'll scramble around forever and probably could have broke open for about 10 yards, and he'll just throw the ball he'll end up completing it, but like, bro, just take off for a minute.
Yeah, like he ain't gonna get 8 seconds in it.
Yeah, he ain't finna be running nobody over. He ain't doing nothing like that. Mm-hmm. But he could take lanes way easier, but that's a constant battle that he'll have to go up.
I heard that. So, yo, man, we're going to do a little bit more wrap up before we get up out of here, man. We've been on here for 45 minutes. Hey, the next time you guys see us, we will be at the draft, bringing y'all more content. We doing videos, all types of stuff. Anthony says, I heard Gibbs is just as good as Robinson. What you think, just in case we can't miss out on Bijan? I mean, at this point, you guys, honestly, it's all about opinion. All these guys are all, all the names that we're putting out there. I think they're all going to bring something to a team. But like I said, I think it's all now comes down to opinion. You know what I'm saying? You might prefer Bijan over Gibbs because he does these types of things. But I mean, don't necessarily get caught up too much in today. I wouldn't necessarily get caught up too much in the name. I would get caught up. The focus on today is the position.
Yeah.
Cowboys get the position right. You know what I'm saying? Because if the Cowboys get a guard, I'm gonna be honest with you, unless it's some dude from Kalamazoo, you know what I'm saying, or Cal Poly Pomona, I'm not knocking him, but like I said, y'all don't know who that college is. So as long as they don't draft a guard from
guard or tackle for me, I don't care if you get a tackle or a guard.
You can figure out.
You can slide taller.
Offensive lineman is just the position that, as long as it's offensive lineman, I probably would. Because even if you draft a center,
I'm gonna say
if you draft a center, I wouldn't be mad because on the low, I know my center's not really good. You know what I mean?
Even though he was a reserve Pro Bowl dude.
Exactly. I would not be mad if they did it. Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna say because you got to pay that man pretty soon, and you don't really know you want to do that just yet. So yeah.
Well, if you think about the Cowboys, haven't been paying their offensive linemen; they've been letting them walk.
Yeah, Collins had to get up out of here.
And Connor Williams and Connor McGovern walked.
Yep. So it's not something that they've been doing really.
They need to quit trying to force Tyler Smith on a tackle position. I feel like he'll be a gangster guard. Like worst case scenario, if you find yourself with like Anton Harrison or somebody, or DeJuan Jones or somebody that you know you can mold into a good offensive tackle. Put him on the dupe and let him rock out. Man, you can easily slide Tyler to the inside, bro. We seen it already. He would be a gangster guard, bro.
Yeah, I definitely like Tyler Smith playing guard.
He would be a gangster guard. That's why if we draft tackle, I'm fine. I'm like, okay, slide Tyler in the guard and let's rock out.
Yeah, him and Peters were out there moving shit.
Man, I'm talking about that boy as a gangster guard. His play style is really more guard than it is tackle to me. Because he nasty. He wanna push it down extra. He wanna throw you around. You do stuff like that, you'll probably get a flag on top.
He's pretty athletic, man. Like, he can get to the second level, make those second level blocks.
Yeah. I like Tyler at guard more, but he's still a good tackle too, though. So he's just a good player. He ended up being probably your best offensive lineman out the draft last year. Yeah. If not, top 2.
Yeah, he was definitely one of the better players.
I think he graded out better than everybody.
A lot of them guys, especially the one they took way ahead of him. Like
Charles Cross had a bad year with Seattle.
The boy from the Giants didn't play too particularly well either.
Evan Neal didn't play good.
So I think we really got a steal, in regards to getting that boy.
And everybody said it was a reach. So this what y'all need to, y'all need to make sure.
That's why I say if the Cowboys go offensive lineman, that would be the safest pick for us, simply because we've had the most success at that position.
And I don't want people to think it's a reach when, like I say, we got to give them a little grace. Anything outside of tight end, I'm giving my people grace. I'll be able to counsel myself to taking tight end too. But I don't want to.
Nah,
I don't want to.
I'm not gonna see anything to the tight end.
I don't want
We're
to.
going to jail, Landlord.
You got to give Will McClay some grace, though, man. That boy gangster with it, man. Will McClay might get vetoed if they draft tight end.
Man, that's a Stephen Jones pick. Like Stephen Jones came in with a gun to that man's head.
Okay, before we go, this the last thing that we need to prep them with. Okay. We need to let them understand and identify what a Stephen Jones pick is and what's a regular pick. To me, a Stephen Jones pick would definitely be a future pick. A future pick. When you come in here and draft a defensive end, that's future to me.
Yep.
You draft a wide receiver for real, that's really future more than likely because he ain't gonna beat out CD or Cooks. More than likely.
A safety,
a DB, a cornerback, all of those are future picks.
Yes. If it ain't for this year, it's a future pick.
Yeah.
Even if it's one of the better cornerbacks, he's not going to beat out Stephon Gilmore.
That's what I'm saying. So if it's a future pick, that means Stephen Jones is worried about his pockets and his salary cap, and he's trying to prepare for the future because he got all these contracts coming up. And where his main focus should be is building the best team to get us 6 this year. That's what I'm saying. So when I see it, when we get this first round in, I'm gonna let you know if this a future pick, is this a Stephen Jones pick, or is this a good pick. Mm-hmm. Even if it's a good player, it's still gonna be able to decide, was this a future Stephen Jones pocket watching pick, or was this a real pick to win now?
Facts. All right, man. Well, shoot, man. We've been on here for about 45 minutes, almost an hour right now. He says, look like us to get Gibbs from Bama. Spoiler. Okay, I mean, I would be okay.
I'd be fine with it.
Hey,
I'd sleep like a baby.
Y'all be okay with it. What would the pick that you put it in the comment box? We've all given out our thoughts. I've given you guys a position. Off anything on the offensive line, I would be okay with. You know what I'm saying? Put it in the comment box. Y'all let us know what would be your thoughts. What will be your picks? What will be y'all picks?
Yeah.
But yo, man, we about to get out of here. I'm about to go change this tire out so we can get on the road and start getting active and getting around and stuff. They about to go do some content too, so we all about to be linking up, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, it's your boy West Coast, man. Next time you guys see me, we will be in the draft doing content, man. So you already know what it is, man. Never look down, because stars up. Peace.
You already know. Like I say, 1K, one love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. Support. Let's go.